one of the pastors, his name was Gunnar Gunderson. He was awesome. He kept saying, God does new things. God does new things. And he said it over 100 times. But it was really important, and it stuck with us, and well, especially me. And it's just a good reminder to know that even if things aren't going how you planned it, God is going to do new things. He's always doing new stuff.
I think God taught me a lot this week about forgiveness, and that I need to forgive people for what they've said or done to me, and show them God's love, because no matter what, I should love them as a friend and as someone who needs to be reached by Christ. And I think this kind of hit me hard because I've had experiences with people that I don't want to forgive them because of what they've done or said, and I really need to have a loving heart.
One of the things I've also been struggling with as a Christian is God always seemed very in the past for me. Like whenever I read the Bible, it just felt like stories that didn't really pertain to much. And after this week, I realized God, the God of their past, is the God of our future. When you read the Bible, especially like the Old Testament, you're like, man, God really did a lot for them, and it doesn't feel as much like they've done stuff for us. Pastor for this week compared the Exodus from Egypt to how we're being freed from our slavers or sin now, which really like brought it home for me, because God really is working in the same way that he did for them, but more internally now.
Well, this week I was just reminded to really be intentional about my faith, and that I can't just coast along and go with the flow and let little sins like pride and selfishness get in there, because they'll grow and it'll get really bad. And especially as I transition into college, I need to start making decisions now to prepare, so like finding new churches to go to there, or making connections with people, finding groups, and making sure that I can like put myself on the highway to learning more about God and growing more. And that I need to be really intentional about it, because otherwise I'll slip, and it can be a really slippery slope, especially in college and in the future. So I was just really reminded to be very intentional, and that I have to make those decisions personally and people can't make them for me.